Effective project management with Exchequer's job costing module. If we take a look at the screens here, we have a familiar tree structure, and on the left hand side we have our jobs and contracts. So the folders represent contracts, so we can have contracts within a contract, and then we have the individual job records themselves. Over on the right hand side is where we have the analysis. There's a set of categories there. You can see revenue, labour, disbursements, etc. If we drill down into the revenue, we can now get down into some sub-analysis codes. And as you come to expect with Exchequer, if we drill into the analysis code, we can now get into the ledger for that particular job and see all the transactions that have been posted through to that job using that particular analysis code. And as ever, we can drill on down through into the source transaction, and from there we can go off and see all the essential information. The analysis codes are defined and set up within this table over here. So this is where you can come in and create your analysis codes for the particular work and projects that you will be managing using the Exchequer Project Job Costing module. So here we can define the analysis type, being revenue or overheads, materials or labour. And then we can specify exactly which category that we want those values to be posted through to help us better manage those projects. And also on this screen is where you'll define and set up the appropriate profit and loss and work in progress general ledger codes, just to make things a lot easier for when your users are entering information into Exchequer for job costing. Nothing for them to think about, it's all defaulted through from these particular screens. As well as the job and analysis codes, it's quite likely that you'll be having employees and subcontractors as part of your work. So you can create and define your own subbies from here. And inside this screen, we can key in all their details, and perhaps importantly as well, we can go through and set time rates, in as much as we can specify using a rate code and an analysis code the cost that that individual will be charging us and what our charge out rate will be. So again, as items are being entered into transactions like timesheets, all the right costings are being applied to those without your users having to think about what they need to be adding in. As well as the management side of things, so actually viewing the job costing screen through the tree diagram we looked at a few moments ago, we also provide a nice library of reports to help you get more information out of job costing, and they're quite a vast range here. So as you can see, actual versus analysis, budget analysis, there's some CIS reports if you have the CIS module that complements the project job costing, and also you can have the job history so you know where you've been and what's going on with project job costing with Irish Exchequer.